Sometimes the most daunting part of a new website is getting the content together and writing content. Occasionally we have writer's block, we don't quite know where to begin, not quite sure of the structure. So what we've done here is to create a website writing guide so that it gives you some sort of framework to begin to put your content together. So really, to help prepare your website content, on this page are a series of templates which will guide you through the writing process. These are all a downloadable document in PDF format, and they have blank spaces which you can fill in, although I would recommend that you use those blank spaces just as a guide to gather your thoughts, and then create a new Word document and put all of your content into a Word document. So ideally, for content pages, you should aim for about 600 plus words. Many content writers will tell you that 300 words is sufficient, but that's no longer the case with Google. So you want to really aim for that or more. You can't have too much content; it can just be too boring. So you really have to think that when someone comes to your website, they're meeting you, and this is your conversation with them. So if you were in a premises that they came into, you wouldn't limit your word to just 300 words. You would use as many words as was necessary to convey the ideas and what it was that you wanted to communicate with. Website's exactly the same. And the thing with a website is, when you're writing your content, just get into a flow, keep writing. Don't go and edit for spelling, grammar and tense. So as you're writing, just keep coming. You can always come back and edit it later. Remember that you're writing to engage people who visit your page first, and it's for the search engine second. So don't worry about keywords or thinking, is this going to be SEO friendly? Again, we can come back and tweak it for search engines, but it needs to be readable for people that are visiting the page and the website. And you need to make sure that your content is just as you would speak it. So it doesn't need to be formal, it doesn't have to be proper, it just needs to communicate well, so as people are reading it, they feel like they're having a conversation. And in fact, one of the best ways to do it is to use a little app called otter.ai, and you can see that on the right hand side of the page here. There's otter.ai. If you click the link Get Otter, that will take you to the service. You just sign up for an account, it's free. And you can talk into Otter. You can use it on your phone or on the computer, and it will instantly transcribe as you're speaking. And you'll be able to download that document as a text document or a Word document, and you can come back and edit it. So you can either edit it on the Otter platform, or you can edit it as a Word document. So this is what Otter looks like if we open up the website. This is inside Otter, and all of your conversations will get stored there. So if you want to record one, you just click the record button, and it'll ask to allow to access your microphone. And then when you start speaking, you'll see that the text will start appearing on the screen as you talk. So one thing I would say is don't just keep watching the text on the screen, because you'll see it will change. It you will say something, it'll realize it's out of context, and it'll just go back and delete it and put the correct context in. But if you're just using it on a phone, just have a conversation, or even just have a conversation with someone that is with you. Get them to ask some questions even, and just transcribe it. And then once you're done, then you can come back and edit it. So let's stop this. And when we stop it, this transcription, it'll say it's ready for processing. Okay, so you can get it to notify you, which will mean that it'll send you an email when it's ready. And the note here is going to be available in the home or my conversations area here. So once it's all ready, you can then it will have a audio down the bottom here, and then you can play it, and you can edit it here. So like if there are like this one here, if you wanted to get rid of the full stop there and put a comma in, you can just edit it there. Once it's finished processing, you can highlight it. You can add a photo and images. So if there are particular photos or images you want for your website, you can add them in here just to demonstrate where they should be. And and it looks like it's ready. So it's given us a notification now that it's ready. So if we refresh the page, we should now be able to go back and edit this copy. So you can see here that the audio is down below, and allow to access the microphone, and then when you start speaking, you'll see that the text. So you notice that as it plays along, this audio plays and highlights the text as you go. So microphone, and then when you just click on it to play, you'll see that the text will start appearing. Let's just stop that. Okay, and then you can come back and edit it. So if you click the edit up on the right hand side here, and this here will give you the option where you can say turn that into a comma and turn that so and so then you can change it. So once you're done, you click done, and then over at these three dots on the right hand side, you can go export text, and you can then export it to a text document, a Word document, a PDF document. You need to use it for audio captions for a video, but I would suggest just using downloading it as either a text document or a Word document. All right, so that's Otter. It's a good way to get conversational style speaking for your content. All right, so yeah, so write the way you speak, so it's natural and authentic. So Otter will do that. Once you've finished writing, then go back over the text and change anything that's I, us, me, you, your, yours words. I, us, me. So those sort of words where you're talking about yourself, try and turn the sentences into you and yours. So it's about them rather than about you. So so rather than saying we offer this particular service, then change it to a you sentence or a your sentence. You're able to access this particular service. So so try and change the tense so it's what's in it for them rather than all being all about you. And then when you do edit it, use short paragraphs. So break it up into short paragraphs. So even if I mean paragraphs are used to for an idea or a sub-idea, but even if you have to break something that is maybe 10, 11, 12, 13 lines into 2 paragraphs, that's better, and it makes it simpler to read. So it's better to use short paragraphs and add subheadings in to break up your text. So as you change in your document from topic to topic, just add a subheading above each of those changes of topics, and that makes it easy so that as people are skimming your page, they're able to see just at a glance, just by reading those subheadings, what the page is all about. All right, so that's the content. Now, if we scroll down here, you'll notice that the content is organised in sections. So the first area here is website information. Then we've got our standard page templates, and then we've got CRM and lead generation. Then we've got legal templates, landing page templates, and e-commerce page templates. Now, you may not need all of these sections, so you just need to pick out the ones that are appropriate. So for example, if you don't have e-commerce on your website, then you're not going to use these e-commerce templates. And again, if you haven't got landing pages, you're not running events or whatever, then you're not going to use these templates here. So, but you will need this website information. So first of all, download website info, and when we do that, it'll open a new tab. And this is just all of the information that is required for planning your website. So if we look here, it's like general information, website business name, do you have a tagline, what's the domain name if you've got one already, what CRM are you using? So CRM is a customer relationship management tool. So that's something like MailChimp or Drip or Entreport or whatever it is you happen to be using. If you don't have one, just anything you don't have, just leave it blank here. So if you fill that out, then the next one is your account logins. And so there are various logins that we're going to need in the process there, that instead of just coming back and by email asking you, if you record them all in here, then that way we've got them all in one place, and as we need to integrate these into the website, then we're able to, we've got the information to be able to do it. The website wireframe, we'll come back to that one, but this is another section on the, a template here, which is a guided template to help build up your homepage and to give some preferences as to how you'd like your homepage to look. So what we've included in this wireframe, actually we'll cover it now, we won't come back to it. What we need to include in the wireframe, well, what's included are all the key sections that a homepage should have. And you'll notice here, so we've started at the top. Now each of the sections, we should say, are in no particular order apart from the header, which is first, and the last one is the footer. So that'll always go at the top and the footer always goes at the bottom. But the other ones are sections which can be moved around. So don't worry about the order of them. We just want to be concerned with the sort of style that you want and the ones that you want included, sections you want included. So there are a number of styles here. They're all black and white, so they're not colour. So this is just what they call a wireframe. It's just a guide to say, hey, look, I like this sort of style. And then our designer will come and use that particular frame or that particular style to build out your website and add your logo, your colours, all of that, and branding and all that sort of thing. So all you simply do is, as you come along here, you look at the styles here, which is one that you prefer, select the one that you prefer, and then you click next. And it will progress to the, it didn't actually select it. So yeah, if it doesn't select it, you'll get an error message. So we just need to click on it, make sure you click on it and it's highlighted with an orange border, and then click next. And that'll take you to the next screen with the next area. Alright, so the next one is, this is your hero image. This is the section just below the header. Actually this second one, this one is always at the top below the header as well. So again, you look at the section title. If you see a little logo that like this here, if it's got a mountains here, that means that there is a background image. If it's a video, that means that section there is a background video. So notice this one here has only got an option for an image. And so again, you just sort of scroll through. You can see here there's a block here which says this can either be an image or a video. And again, you just scroll down and select the one that you like, the style that you prefer, and then click next. You'll see a previous button, which means you can always go back and change it as well too. So you just keep progressing through until you get to the end, and there are 23 different sections to complete, and you just work your way through it. Okay, and you'll notice that a lot of the text is lorem ipsum, so that's going to be a guide for you to create content for that particular area, and content that's that length. All right, so we'll just carry on. Now you may get to some sections that are not required for your website. So for instance, featured products. If you don't have a product-based business, then this section is not relevant. So when you get to a section like that, if you click on next without clicking any of the boxes, it will just take you on to the next one. And then you can continue on. The very last screen here is the footer. And once you get to the footer, just select the style that you like, and it will say preview layout. So when you click preview layout, you will see all of the sections that you've selected. And just remember that they're in no particular order apart from the header, this section here, which is the hero image section, and all the way down to the bottom, the footer, this section here. So those are the only ones that are in position. All of these other ones are able to be moved around to to where it fits best in the home page. So once you've done that, hit finish, or you can add or remove sections with that other button. You can keep going back. Put your first name and last name, website domain. If you don't have a website domain yet, then just put not applicable, or I think you may have to have a domain name. So just put say na.com if you don't have a domain name. Email address, you'll get a copy of this wireframe for reference, and it'll be sent directly to our team. If there's any comments that you'd like to make as well, put that in here. So let's say testimonials. We've only got one testimonial section there, but if you'd like 2 or 3 testimonials on the page, or repeat that section, then you can put a comment there. So once you've done that, you can hit submit, and as I say, you'll receive a copy, and the web design team will also receive a copy. Alright, so that's the wireframe section. So that's really the setup and introductory pieces of the content. The next one is the standard page templates. Now you will need to fill in most of these. So the About is the About Us page. If you open that, that'll open up the About template, and you can see that all of these boxes here are fillable PDFs, and there's some questions here to get you started and to get focused on it. So I would suggest that you fill these out to give you a guideline to focus on. And once you've done that, then you can move to a Word document and then actually write your content in the Word document, using the ideas and the flow that you've got in here. So you've got the About page, you've got the team, which is all of your team. If it's only you, then you're only filling it out for yourself. But if you've got other team members, then just download this page, duplicate it for each team member. Contact details, that's obviously your contact page. So all of your contact information, as much information as possible. Some people have business licenses that they need to have on the website. If you don't have it, you can leave those blank. But these are all of your primary details. And what we've also included here is some instructions about sort of what you want to tell people, including a thank you email. So after someone's completed a contact form, the website can send them a thank you email. So what would you like to say in that thank you email? And also the thank you page. After they've hit submit, what would you like to say to them? Is there an offer that you'd like to have on the thank you page? Or sort of something like that says, thank you for your message, we've received it, one of our team will be back to you shortly. If it is urgent, you can always give us a call on and list your phone number there. So just have a think through what's going to be the best flow for your contact page. Alright, so that's contact. FAQs, those are frequently asked questions. So these are things that commonly people ask you. So you have a section in your website where you can answer those questions before they even ring you. And that also avoids getting questions, phone calls with just questions. They can get a lot of that information on the website, which is what you want them to do. So once they're ringing through, or once they're making an inquiry, that they're already reasonably informed. Testimonials, these are reviews and testimonials. So we've got a Google reviews link. If you've got a Google reviews or Facebook reviews link, make sure you put those links in there. And here's a format for the testimonials and the information that we need. If there's not enough here, then you can either print out more, or you can just use these section titles and put it into a Word document. Case studies. Case studies are people that you work with, and really giving an example of people that you've been able to help, or people that have used your products and services, and we can write that up as a case study on the site. Case studies are really good because they do sell, because often people look at case studies and they say, oh well, look, that's my situation, this business was able to help this person, that describes my situation, maybe they can help me as well too. So this is a suggested format for the case studies, and it's a bit like there's an old, what they call the Rudyard Kipling formula. He's an author, and that was, you're moving people from a place of I was lost, but now I'm found. So that means this was the position or the problem that I had earlier, so at the very start. These were the things that I tried and they didn't quite work. I found your business. This was the process, and this is the things that we did, and here is my result. So it really just works through their situations through to basically a testimonial at the end of the day. So these are case studies you can work through. Again, you can duplicate that page so that you've got maybe 3, 4, 5 case studies. A blog post, you'll have a section for articles and blogs on your website. So this is a guide to help you write some blog posts, and you can see in this one we've got broken it up. So you've got, we talked about content needs to have a short heading, and then you have a paragraph, subheading, paragraph. So really just gives you a guide to break your content up into readable chunks on the website. So again, you can duplicate this page as many times as you need it, so that you've got maybe 4 or 5 blog posts. And then your services page, for those that offer services, these are pretty important pages actually, because they describe your key services for people. So here it gives you a guide to complete this, and you need a call to action at the bottom of it. So the call to action might be as simple as to find out more, so inquire here with an inquiry button, which goes to an inquiry form, or it could be call us on your phone number, or it could be something like to get more information or to get a checklist guide. Click here to download it. They fill in their name and email address. So think about a call to action at the end of each of your services, and the call to action, at the end of the service, you need to tell people what they're doing, what they need to do next, and really a call to action is all about. What do I do? They've read the content. What do I do now? Call me, email me, download this, that sort of thing there. All right. So again, this is a guide, so you might want to create a Word document to complete that. All right, so they're really the the compulsory areas of your website content. The next one is lead generation. So if you don't have a CRM and we need to set it up, then complete this form to give us as much detail as possible. If you need a lead magnet, so a lead magnet is a downloadable document that you might give away to people in exchange for them giving you their email address. So here's a suggested format for a lead magnet. Okay, legal page templates. Now these ones here are if you've got these here, or you've had someone prepare it, then you can just copy and paste it into here, or sort of make sure that you send us the documents in a separate Word document. If you don't have some of these, like terms of trade, we don't have any templates for that, so that's something you would need to provide. But there are some documents like, let's say, terms of use, website terms of use. We've given a template here that we've got. So we've got a template for these sort of things here. So you can read through this, you can use it, you can adjust it, you can change it, you can send it to a lawyer to look over so that it's right for your site. So these are just templates which we can put into your site as of right. But if you want something different, then you just need to give us something different. Same with the privacy policy and disclaimer. They're all templated information that we've got as well too. All right. If you've got specific landing pages, now landing page has no header, no footer, no sidebar. The only information it has on it is specific to asking people to do something. So it might be you're giving away an ebook. So the landing page only has on it information about download this ebook, maybe some benefits of the ebook, and then a download form. So landing page template here, again, this is a guide, so that you need to sort of fill in all these sections here, so that we can craft up something for a landing page. Here's your opt-in form. So that's the fields that we need on the form. So sometimes it's often just the email address. So you only just tick the email address. Or you might want their first name, or you don't need it. So just select those. Call to action button. So call to action button's not just submit. It could be download now, get this now, something like that. The landing page has always got a thank you email, so you need content for your thank you email. It's got a delivery page where you're giving them the content, so you need content for that as well. And CRM integration. So if you've got a CRM, then we just need to know where the CRM is. And if you've got any particular tags that you want to apply to people that have downloaded the documents, the tag might be just the document name, so that we know where they've come from in your CRM. If you've got a campaign, so a campaign is where you're sending a series of emails after they've downloaded the document. If you already created a campaign in there, then just give us the campaign name, and then we've got the same for the thank you email. So the first one is for when they hit submit. And then we've got the thank you email, so we can add additional tags for that as well, to additional content for that in other emails. So that's your CRM email. You've got a long landing page, so this is long copy, which is again very similar, but this one's got a lot more information in a long copy landing page. Some landing pages are quite short, like this one here, which is just a basically just an opt-in form and that's it, and delivery. Other ones are really a sales page. And if you're running events, there's an events one, which I don't think is there yet. It's still coming. Let's have a look and see what's coming up. Okay, no, it's still coming. And again, e-commerce. If you've got an e-commerce site, then the first one is information to set up your e-commerce page or products. So this is what we need in order to set up your e-commerce functionality. And then you've got a template for each product, so that that's a downloadable Excel spreadsheet where you can add all of your product information in. And if you've got a returns policy, is a template here for you to add your returns policy in. All right, so that is a quick run through of writing website content. Hopefully that's helpful. And as I say, it is a guide. And I encourage you to work through it as much as possible. You may not want to do it all in one sitting. You may want to spread it out over a number of days. So you might sit down and tackle the about page. Just grab an hour in the morning, just do the about page. Tomorrow, let's go and do the team page. Next day, do the contact page. In fact, what I suggest you do is just knock off the easy ones first. And so probably some of the easier ones are the contact us, team page, FAQs, testimonials if you've got any, and then you can come back and do the about, services, blog post, case studies. So whatever's going to work with you. As I say, we do have, Otter is a great service. It's also a good place to get your ideas down. If you've got someone else you can have a discussion with, or you can record a conversation with a customer to help, create a services page. If you've recorded a conversation, then you can always upload that to Otter as well. So you'll see back over in Otter, if we go back to the home again, there's a section here for import. You can drag and drop your audio files in there, and it will then go and transcribe it. So even if you're transcribing it to get ideas, you can just pull your key ideas out, and then you can create your content from those key ideas. All right, so hopefully that's helpful. If you've got any questions at all, let us know. And good luck with your content creation.